And finally tonight, the Peterborough City Councillor who's collected almost 800 pieces of antique pottery in just 18 months. Julie Stevenson says she began collecting as a way to reduce her stress levels. Stuart Leeds has this.
In just 18 months, Julie has gone from having a small interest in pottery to a huge collection of almost 800 pieces. She's a city councillor in Peterborough, and her doctor had advised her to find a hobby to help her relax. So at first, she just started collecting a few small china pots.
I started collecting those and then realised several in my collection had Shelley written on the bottom. So I turned to the internet, researched Shelley, and found there was a group of Shelley collectors, about 200 people, and that there was so much to learn about and collect. I just found it fascinating, and very quickly I became hooked.
Because Shelley pottery was produced in Staffordshire between the 1800s and the mid-20th century, it comes in a wide range of styles.
This one's called Sunray, and it has this handle which is triangular shaped. But the fascinating thing about this is that today these are expensive if you want to collect them, and very popular. But back in the 1930s, 1930 was when this was first produced, the market rejected them because people didn't like having the solid handle because it got very hot when you're drinking your tea.
Julie has hundreds of colourful Shelley pieces in the cabinets around her home, and so far her two cats haven't broken any. But she's also recently acquired a couple of slightly less decorative items. A pair of Shelley bedpans.
Very likely that this slipper pan was produced for the NHS around about late 40s, early 50s. So believe it or not, it's 70 years old. I don't know how used it's been because there's not a mark on it, but it really is a treasure.
She bought them from Mary Jacobs in Suffolk, who'd been looking for new homes for her collection of bedpans.
It's just wonderful to have them. They're not the most attractive things in the world, but they represent a piece of social history where Shelley moved into producing this utilitarian ware for the NHS in the late 40s. So it's exciting for me to have them.
So Julie couldn't pass up the opportunity to add these pottery bedpans to her Shelley collection, even though they're not the sort of best china you'd get out to impress visitors on special occasions. Stuart Leiths, ITV News, Peterborough.
OK, weather time. Here's Ash.